Well, hey there, friendships. Welcome back to Curtis's Corner. If you're new here, hi, I'm Curtis, this is my corner, and on today's special video of the week, we are here to do another interview. I am sitting down today with Peter DeSouza-Feighoney, who you might recognize from the Pope's Exorcist. He plays Henry. He was possessed by a demon in that film. But this time around, he is playing our lovable, cuddly, silly old bear, young Winnie the Pooh. So we are going to sit down, we are going to chit-chat, we are going to just dive in to some behind-the-scenes magic of the film and get to know Peter a little bit more and what this film is really all about. If that honey is as sweet as it really is. So, if you're interested in seeing this interview and everything take shape, come to fruition, then keep on watching. Before we jump in, please make sure you like this video for movie-related content, along with subscribing to the channel and hitting that notification bell so you know when I'm posting brand new videos. Also, in the description box below, you can go and check out my Patreon for $1 a month. You get early access to all of my content. You will get the unedited versions of all of my videos, and you get creative control over what I am putting out, be it movie or makeup. So, please show your support, click that link, join the Patreon, join the friend zone, if you will. And with all that being said, let's jump in. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. What about you?
Doing pretty well. Just excited to go and see the movie. Literally, I think like 2 hours after all of this is finished, I'm actually heading out to go and see it. So,
that's really cool. That's cool.
So, just to kind of start everything off, are you able to tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what made you want to pursue acting?
Like when I was 7, I used to have a modeling career. So I got like Zara, I forgot the other ones, Zara and like a few others. And then my sister, she got a lead role in a film. And then when I was on set on that film, I saw like she's acting. I thought it was fun, so I like kind of left modeling and then went into acting. And then yeah, I got the Pope Exorcist film, and then through that I got the Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, basically.
Awesome. So it's very interesting that like how quickly you jumped into the role and everything of just, you know, essentially kind of just stumbling upon acting and then falling in love with it and getting as much work as you are currently getting. So it's actually really interesting, and hopefully to people who are watching this, very inspiring to want to like start trying to pursue that as well. So before we start going into like everything about the film and your career, I thought we would start off with some fun questions just to kind of get everyone loosened up and just kind of ready to answer questions. So out of all of the roles that you have done, were there any like props that you would have loved to keep if you haven't been able to?
In the Pope Exorcist, I had the chest prosthetic I got. And then all of the cast members signed it. I actually got it. It's upstairs right now. All of the cast members signed it. And then in Winnie the Pooh, I would have loved to keep the prosthetic face because it was like it's really cool just to have like basically an evil version of Winnie the Pooh. So yeah, I would have loved to keep that. And in the other film I did, I think Pups Alone, I kept the slingshot. So yeah, the ones that I wanted to keep was the prosthetic face. So yeah.
Awesome. Out of all of the horror franchises and films that are out there, do you have a favorite film or franchise?
Ooh, like the Annabelle / Conjuring franchise. I love Conjuring films and Annabelle films. And yeah, and also the It films, like the clown. Yeah, that one. Yeah, I really like franchises. So yeah.
Yeah, Lewis and I, we had a conversation a couple weeks ago, and he was saying that It was probably his absolute favorite as well. And we mentioned that mine was actually the Conjuring franchise as well. So
That's really cool.
Totally there with you on that.
That's really cool.
So if your acting career had a theme song, what do you think it would be?
Oh, I think it's like living in the Hall of Fame. I don't really know like all of the lyrics, but I think it's like from Will I Am. Yeah, so probably that song. I don't know how it like goes really, but probably that one. Yeah.
Sounds good. And our final warm-up question before we jump into everything. Is there any actor or director, past or present, that you would love to collaborate with?
Oh, definitely Tim Burton. I love his films. Wednesday, Edward Scissorhands, Beetlejuice.
Mm.
I love all of his films, and the actor Cillian Murphy. Yeah, like ever since I was a child, I was like dressing up as one of the Peaky Blinders. So yeah, yeah, definitely Cillian Murphy.
Yeah, Tim Burton is probably my all-time favorite director. So definitely an aspiration to try and get in. I mean, he always looks for like up and coming stars too. So I feel like
Yeah,
there might be a chance for you.
I hope. I hope.
So now that we're all loosened up, let's get into some of the real questions for this film. So, what attracted you to this particular script?
The first film I saw, it went viral on TikTok. I think I was in the Pope. I was like filming for the Pope's Exorcist at the time. So when that happened, I was like seeing all the clips on TikTok and stuff. So it went viral, and then after the Pope Exorcist, when that got released, uh, yeah, it's just like they offered me the role as young Winnie the Pooh, and then I saw the script and I took it. It looked really cool. All of the scenes looked really cool as well. So yeah.
Awesome. So they offered you the role of young Winnie, or was there like any other roles that you were hopefully like trying to consider at the time, or was that like the one that you were just, here's your role, audition for it, see if it's a good fit?
Uh no, that was like the only role that like they offered me like straight away. So yeah, I took it. I took it straight away. So yeah.
That's good. That's good. So, judging from the small portions that they showed in the trailer, I feel like from what was shown, there was definitely some fun that was happening in those scenes.
Yeah, definitely.
So, when you were accepting the role of young Winnie, how did you prepare or research for the role, including any pivotal moments in the script?
Like I read the script a lot of the time, like a load. So yeah, just reading the script and then seeing like all of the scenes I've got that like made me get into character. And like the day before I went on just shooting, I just kept on reading the scenes I had to do, kept on reading it. So yeah, like the script looked really cool to do. So yeah,
All right, so it's just repetitive reading all the time just to really
yeah,
get into the mindset of everything.
yeah, yeah.
Awesome. Did you have a favorite sequence that you filmed for Winnie 2?
Like scene.
Yeah. Like without revealing too much.
Yeah, I think the scene where I liked the most that I was in, it's in the trailer. So it was the graveyard, like my
Mm-hmm.
hand stuff. That scene, yeah, that was my favorite. Like seeing all of the background stuff, the lightning, like the fake moon that they put up. I think it was fake. I'm not sure. The lightning, then the fake rain. Yeah, it looked really cool to do, and then like little box on the ground so that it's so easy for me to come out. So yeah, it looks really cool, like the background stuff. That was my favorite scene to shoot.
Cool. And in regards to your character of young Winnie, what sort of
Yeah,
person do you think is going to love this character?
I would say anyone because in the script, like in the film, I mean, it's like you the audience will get like sympathy for the young Winnie. I don't want to reveal too much, but like sympathy for young Winnie and the other and young Winnie's friends. So they'll get a lot of sympathy from it.
Awesome. So, comparing Blood and Honey 2 to your favorite types of horror films, how would you say that this film fits in with the horror genre?
Oh, I mean, it's very gory, so and there's a lot of horror stuff in it. So, oh yeah, yeah, basically, it's such a good horror film. So, yeah, all of the gory stuff, all of the killings, yeah, it will be a really good horror film. Yeah.
That's very good to hear. I feel like a lot of people are going into this film expecting not a whole lot given the budget of the first film, and just hearing like even now the positive reviews having a complete 180.
It's a really good film. Really, really good.
So were there any particular scenes or moments or behind the scenes experiences that deeply resonated and like really stuck with you that you found particularly memorable?
Uh, like, you know, Ryan, the guy who played like the main Winnie,
Mhm.
just like seeing him with all the prosthetics, like that made me, it looked really cool. Like, it's like, just like looking up at a bigger, me basically, because I had like the prosthetic on, and then he had the prosthetic on. So yeah, it looked really cool, and it like stuck in my head when I was like shooting the other shots. So yeah,
So it's almost just like seeing a future version of yourself and what you're going to be in the film later on.
yeah, basically, yeah,
So, as you mentioned, you managed to score a pretty big role a year ago with Henry in The Pope's Exorcist and working alongside Russell Crowe. So, how was it working on a major Hollywood set funded by Sony compared to working on a smaller budget set by Jagged Edge?
Uh, I mean, I didn't see any difference. Basically, yeah, all of the cast and crew on Winnie was really professional. The director, producer, everyone was really nice and professional to me. And same with the Pope Exorcist. Yeah, everything was basically the same. I didn't see any difference. So yeah, I didn't see any difference basically.
Awesome. I feel like there's almost like a stigma in a way, I guess, being you could have, a more intimate setting being on a smaller budget scene, whereas
Yeah.
the more big budget Hollywood stuff, it's almost as if you're, I don't know, like just like a speck and no one's really here or there about you, and like they have to almost follow everything that needs to be followed, but they're not really caring. So hearing that you were treated fairly and very well on like in both instances is probably going to start breaking that stigma around it as well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So how was it, just to still kind of touch on Pope's Exorcist for just a little bit here, how was it working with Russell Crowe, and was there any advice that he gave you for the future of your acting career?
Just like acting with Russell Crowe. Like it gave me a lot of acting skills. Just like seeing him act got me a lot of acting skills, and like on the off time when they're like sorting out cameras, he was like talking about me with acting, and like I think one of his interviews he was saying how professional I was on set. Same with the other crew in the Pope Exorcist said I was really professional. So yeah, I got a lot of acting skills from Russell Crowe. Yeah.
Awesome. So your characters of Henry and Winnie are very different. How was it
Yeah.
working with more prosthetics in Blood and Honey 2 since using them in The Pope's Exorcist?
Yeah, in Winnie the Pooh, it was like I don't mind prosthetics. Like seeing, and it's like a long process to like doing the prosthetics, but like seeing the finished product makes it all worth it. So it's like seeing your whole normal face turn into a complete evil Winnie the Pooh, like a yellow bear. So yeah, yeah, like seeing all the fur on your head, not seeing your hair and stuff. Like you got like ears on the top of your head. Yeah, it was like really, really cool. Same with the Pope Exorcist, seeing all of the cuts, crooked nose, everything was like it's like cool seeing that. And in the Pope Exorcist, it was 3 hours in the chair for like three months, and then obviously with Winnie the Pooh, I didn't have that many scenes like in the Pope Exorcist, but still, it was like roughly the same time. But in the Pope Exorcist, it had like teeth. They got like prosthetic like teeth they had to put on, and then contact lenses. Like, yeah, it was cool. It's cool.
Yeah, I think I saw as well. There was like a prosthetic jaw, I think, because then they had to like green screen like the bottom portion of your mouth.
Yeah, it was like a jaw going here, like really, really down, and everyone. It looked like an apple in the middle of your mouth. Like it was because I had to like green screen the tongue coming out when it's there. So yeah, one of the prosthetics was really, really cool. And then the other one, they had like it like had a really big Grinch smile like coming up to here. Yeah, it was really cool seeing that. Yeah.
As much flack as that movie kind of got upon release, one of my favorite that has come out that year, I absolutely loved it. I think I've seen it like 3 times since it's come out on like physical media and everything. So very well done on that film.
Thank you.
So now that Winnie 2 is complete and you've seen it, you've gone to the premiere and everything, how do you reflect on your character's journey and involvement in the film?
Well, my character is like quite pivotal to like the whole movie, because like seeing like the backstory of Winnie the Pooh, because I'm sure there's like fans who wants to like see how Winnie the Pooh became Winnie the Pooh, basically. But like yeah, it's quite pivotal. My scenes that I got, yeah, it's a backstory of Winnie the Pooh. So yeah.
Does your character end up speaking in the film?
No, I don't think so. No. It's just like a growl.
All right. So then, do you have, out of the whole film itself, do you have a favorite line from the film that another character has said?
Ooh, all of the characters, like, I would, I don't want to like say too much, but like, I've got the line, but I really liked it when I saw it. Yeah, it was something Owl said. I'll say that. It was something Owl said.
Is it like a scene that's been in the trailer? Maybe not the line that he said, but like the line that's said in a scene that's been shown in a trailer. Anyone who's looking out for this line could like be aware of it.
If like the scene that I liked, it's in the trailer.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think it is. I think it's like further down in the script. But it was Owl said it. Owl said it.
Okay. All right, so pay attention to all of Owl's lines. Okay, so now that the world has been informed about the future release of the POOHNIVERSE Monsters Assemble, if you could play any character aside from one that we'll talk about in a minute in this entire twisted childhood universe, monster or just another character, who would be your ultimate choice?
I mean, I would stick with young Winnie the Pooh, but besides young Winnie the Pooh, I would like to play like out of any of the films.
It doesn't even have to be any film, like anything that you would maybe hope for that could come into the public domain to be able to be used in this universe, even.
I'm not sure. I'll say the character I liked in this Winnie the Pooh film. I would like to play Owl. He's quite in the film. He's quite like funny and stuff. So yeah, I would say maybe Owl. Yeah.
Okay. So talking about the future of the Twisted Childhood universe, you are in fact actually coming back in a different role of Michael in Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare. Have you begun any preparations at all for the role yet?
I've read the script like a load of times, and yeah, I would say it's a really, really good script. Like a lot of people will like it. So yeah, I don't want to give too much away, but yeah, it will be really, really cool, the script.
So we know in that film Peter Pan is the villain. He's been villainized.
Yeah.
How do you think that you're going to be able to tackle this role being more of the hero this time around rather than the villain?
I mean, like, I want to stretch my acting skills. So, like, being the hero, like, the whole different side of the horror, because I'm usually the bad person in the horror film. So, yeah, it'll be quite challenging, but also fun to do. Be Instead of being a villain in a horror film. So yeah, it'll be really, really fun to do. Yeah.
So what are you hoping that audiences are going to take away from Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2?
I would say, like, I mean, in Winnie the Pooh, there's like a load of blood everywhere. So, besides from that, maybe in my scenes, like this sympathy for Pooh for them killings. So, yeah, I'll say it'll be on my scenes like sympathy.
Okay, very good to hear. We've actually come to our final question of the interview. It might be a little difficult just because there are so many choices that you can think of. But what 3 words would you use to describe Blood and Honey 2?
Gory, very gory, scary, and I'll just say epic, I guess. Epic.
Well, everyone is able to catch Peter as young Winnie the Pooh in Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2, making sure that you are going to be on the lookout for this film to be out on physical media sometime, hopefully in the near future, hopefully this year. Thank you, Peter, for sitting down and having a chat with me about this next installment into the Twisted Childhood universe. Where is everyone able to follow you and stay up to date on this project and all the future projects to come?
I have an Instagram, I have a TikTok. My Instagram is Peter DeSouza-Feighoney. It's very long, and my TikTok is, I think it's shorter because, you know, the TikTok name stuff. It's Peter DeSouza-Feighoney. I think it's fake, yeah. And obviously for like my projects, it'll be IMDb. So yeah.
Well, thank you again for having a chat and talking about this film. It was really good chatting and finding out some more behind the scenes stuff with this film and your involvement in it.
Thank you.
Anytime. Thank you, and hope you have a great rest of your day, and hopefully chat in the future, maybe about the next film within this universe as well.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure you give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for weekly videos, and hit that notification bell so you know when I post a brand new video, because if you don't, how else are you gonna know? You won't, so do it. I want to say thank you again to Peter for joining me and chatting about Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, along with the future films within the Twisted Childhood universe. I am looking forward to seeing him next in Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare. Hopefully we can sit down again and have a little chit chat about that, hopefully before the film comes out this time. And I look forward to seeing what else Peter has in store. Go give him a follow on all of his social media. And that about wraps things up here. So, I will see everyone next week for a brand new video. But until then, goodbye, friendships.